Alright, quick disclaimer. As you can see, everything is Christmas themed. That's because this was originally going to be part of that video we did for Christmas where we were reacting to the Miraculous Christmas special. Oh, it's a musical, I forgot. Because that episode was short, so we wanted some extra stuff to throw onto the side. As you can tell, that didn't happen because I got very sick for 3 weeks. Almost died. But I didn't. I'm okay. So, we're back now. I finally got this out. Everything still has the Christmas filter on it. Don't worry about it. Just, it's still winter. You'll survive. Problem is, since this was the second half of the video, we have no intro. So now you get me instead rambling on about how I was sick. I don't really know how to segue into this video then, so here's some foreshadowing instead.
We're not doing so well, Patrick. We need a new approach, a new tactic.
I got it! Let's get naked!
I have a bunch of IMDB reviews. Half of them are positive, half of them are negative.
Half of them are positive.
Yeah, half are 10 out of 10s and half are 1 out of 10s. This is for just the show in general. This isn't for any specific episode. It's just a Miraculous overall review.
Sometimes my jaw falls open while watching, but maybe that's just me. I am a calm, perfectly cool as a cucumber character on the verge of being a fully fledged adult. This show has somehow turned me into a fully fledged fangirl that blushes on occasion. I've always been a fan of Batman, maybe Cat Noir, and a black super suit just called to me. Or more likely, it's the awesome fight scenes.
No,
not the next sentence. Not to mention the hilariously perfect puns. This show will also definitely pull on the heartstrings for anyone who's experienced a maddening crush on that special someone.
Really maddening crush in Marinette's case. Like, she drove herself to the brink of insanity and then jumped over.
So Cat Noir wrote this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Possibly.
This is from before we started watching.
This is early. Yeah, this is like 2016. So this was very early in the show's run.
They saw this in Nickelodeon.
I'm convinced this was written by like a 13-year-old because no one says cool as a cucumber character on the verge of being a fully fledged adult. Like, who says that?
Yeah.
A fully fledged adult.
That when they turned 13, they were an adult.
That is absolutely a tween.
Or it could have been a special needs person. You never know.
Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. That makes it less funny.
It's so bad in terms of characters/writing, but I can't stop watching. Oh my god, it's addicting, Adrian, you stupid. I'd really say she's Ladybug, and you would say, oh yeah, that's weird, my best friend has the same thing.
This is a 10 out of 10 review, by the way.
I believe that review.
I think this is the most accurate review. Like, this is what we are.
This is the most honest review of this show I've ever seen.
Because it is indeed terrible in terms of characters and writing, but we can't stop watching.
This is us.
Warning spoilers.
This is us. I'm just waiting for Goonilly 1 to come back.
Goonilly, I didn't check the names actually, but I don't think Goonilly is going to make an appearance.
Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. The title of the film is Miraculous, Ladybug and Cat Noir. It is a cartoon. It is about adventures. Ladybug and Cat Noir, Marinette and Adrian. It is not based on a book. These are just the funniest sentences. The film is set in Paris in France. This has to have been written by like an English student in France. No, this had to be written by ChatGPT.
No, this is before Chat. This is GPT.
Don't worry, guys. It gets better.
In the film, doesn't play any stars. Marinette and Adrian plays the main roles. My favorite character is Adrian because Kiki is very cute.
Like, if you ever put on the thing that's like, it's subtitles, but also for like if you're completely blind and they describe literally what's happening in like the scenes between the transitions, that is what this review reads like.
A very good cartoon. This is by 9th graders. Spoilers. This is a comedy and fantasy. The director of the film is again with a film thing, is Jeremy Zag.
Summary.
There are 2 characters, period. Adrian and Marinette, and the characters are superheroes. Ladybug and Cat Noir, period. The scenes are in this. This sounds like a school assignment someone tried to pad out.
Like somebody's French class.
Oh my god!
This sounds like kids trying to imitate like the actual critical reviews people see on
the
IMDb.
Scenes are no. I think it might be like write up a review in English for this show, like in like an English class in France, maybe. Also, their name is 9th graders. I wonder if that's like someone's like some IMDb account, some classmate.
Maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like a class exercise. Like today, kids, we're gonna review our favorite EU-funded television.
Yeah.
The scenes are in the street and in the school. That's it, though. That's basically it.
Basically, you got 2 cents.
In the morning, Marinette and
They're in
Adrian
the
go to
hood.
school. At 10 o'clock, a horrible man opens the door.
Black Pants story.
If it just ended there, that'd be fucking terrifying. And he has a pencil ball. Adrian and Marinette run for a toilet and they transform. Yeah, they go to the class and they get to empower. I like this cartoon because there is suspense and action.
No.
This is a very good cartoon. The heroes follow the horrible man and they take the powers from the man. The horrible man. I like this because he is in a street for a day, but they don't kill the characters.
No, these are literally the type of sentences I wrote in my French class.
This was just for the show as a whole. There's no reference to what episode they're talking about. This is just
Oh,
supposed
God.
to be the whole show.
It has to be a specific
A
episode.
pencil ball.
That's what it is.
I'm ready to say it's Eve Illustrator.
That's my guess
Maybe.
too. 'Cause
Oh, it could be actually.
Yeah.
That's a good guess.
Anyway, that's all.
The best show ever! Exclamation point, exclamation point one, exclamation point one. Honestly, when I first watched it, I didn't understand it at first. But after watching it, after a while, all I can say is it was quite extravagant.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
The storyline is quite exquisite.
You gotta be fucking
They were
kidding me.
watching.
I
has to be a
enjoyed
joke.
watching it
It has
as it
to
was
be.
one of the best shows I could rewatch for days on end if I really wanted to.
Me too, though. This could be another assignment where they had to they looked up a thesaurus and they didn't know what the words meant, but they were like synonyms of like good.
Yeah,
and they were like,
exactly.
Fuck it.
The storyline really is quite exquisite.
I read it as like a film critic. Like he would go, but after watching it all a while, I can say it was quite extravagant. The storyline is quite exquisite. I really enjoyed watching it. That was all the 10 out of 10s. Everything's bad from here on out. So this is a 1 out of 10 review. This show is a headache. So the pros of the show is the CGI is good for a kids show. So animation's good. We got that at least. Cons: the love story between Ladybug and Adrian is boring.
Real.
Characters are built badly.
Real.
Hawkmoth, the villain, isn't even a bad person.
Not real.
Debatable.
Cat Noir always uses the word
That
milady.
haircut,
It's a negative. Marinette is creepy in her love life. And
That's
every
her.
episode
She's a
has the
stalker.
same story over and over. 3 seasons, more than 60 episodes, and they only have 3 unique episodes. Summary: do not watch if you value your time.
I really like season 4 and 5 where stuff is going off the
Yeah.
fucking rails.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like,
so
not
funny.
good. It's just, yeah, it's like if you want pure entertainment and cringe, the late seasons are perfect.
The purest
If you want
form
to,
of
like,
Miraculous is
If
the
you want to
early seasons.
maintain the illusion that this show might actually be kind of like good and not just failing at being good, then you watch the early seasons.
No, just no. I don't really care if you like this show, but my golly gee, I don't.
This is written by an old man.
Jolly old English
Golly gee, I don't. The animation
don't like
sometimes
it.
looks like one of those mockbusters, and other
That's
times
actually
just
really
looks
accurate.
unsettling. The
Actually
story
really
is so
appropriate.
complicated for no reason, and sometimes makes me want to slam my head into a
Oh,
All
God.
characters are boring and annoying. The romance makes no sense. The action looks like a PS1 video game cutscene.
I think I've seen better PS1 titles.
The villain never changes and is super idiotic. And I can't believe I've watched every episode of this godforsaken show.
It's gonna be out in like a year and a half.
That literally is
That's us,
I can't
yeah.
believe I've watched every episode as we rewatch it.
Oh dear God, what is this? Most overrated cartoon from France and South Korea. A Winx Club-esque relationship between the two children falling in love with each other, but at the same time too shy to confess their feelings for one another. And of course the cliches of being used before. That dynamic bears another similarity with Marvel Comics, as Ladybug fills the Spider-Man role without the tragic Uncle Ben backstory though.
Parents just die.
If they do that, I'll
They
start
get
watching.
shot by
I will,
Hawkmoth.
Hawkmoth just shoots them. Gets a gun.
The worst of all was the danger of you losing millions of brain cells once the viewers finish the whole seasons. Netflix has made the worst season decision of the year, acquiring the rights to the show, showing it to Americans' audience, while at the same time not following up on the world.
Winx
That's a
Club.
Winx
Oh my
Club.
gosh.
I hadn't thought about that
Man.
forever.
All the girls in here, we know.
I don't
Winx
like
Club.
They used to play that in
Yes.
Canada all the
It
time.
sounds like Bratz is what I'm getting.
It's like
Not just say that.
I simply wish the last sentence of this was actually true because that would make this show so much better.
Ah,
Like
two
a
more
manifesto.
seasons.
No,
They
they
got
got three
renewed
more
after like season 8, so
Somebody's
cancellation.
mad
No.
about Winx not getting renewed.
Basically, that's what I took away from this one. Is someone
Yeah,
was
I'm
salty.
pissed off at some other show not getting renewed. 1 out of 10. Derivative plot. Terrible characters by Satchel. If I could give it a 0, I would. It is terrible. I don't like my daughter watching it. A girl is a bumbling fool over a boy for the first half of the show, and she has to fight some stupid, contrived villain. She has a short bout of confidence, but still falls all over herself over the boy again. Every episode is the same. Why would you watch this? I don't want my daughter learning these behaviors. It's not worth anyone's time. I mean, like, I understand.
I get
I don't
not
want my
letting
daughter
kids to
speaking
watch it.
French.
I do too. It's like Marinette actually clearly has like severe
Problem.
anxiety disorder.
The definition of a stalker.
Like, very put on one of the episodes, like, I am normal and can be trusted with superpowers. Like, she basically
Yeah,
has,
it's
like,
like
imagine if she had the power of Cat Noir and just destroy anything.
Yeah,
she
they're
touched.
given super weapons.
Yeah,
I
she
guess
would have destroyed everything on accident whenever she sees Adrian, her hands do her
She
seizure
accidentally
thing.
whispers cataclysm to herself and explodes her school desk.
Miraculous is the worst show ever. This is such a horrible show. It's so stupid and lame. It should be banned because it's Axe Holy, a rip of Spider-Man.
Oh my
Ladybug is
God,
the red
Jennifer, come
Spider-Man.
on.
That stupid cat guy is the black Spider-Man.
I know that's not how Spider-Man works.
Miles Morales.
this is
The
literally
only good part about this show is it takes place in Paris. Other than that, stupidest show ever. Should be banned around the whole world. Because I personally wold banned it. Worst show of all time. And if Five's violent for little kids, F pound this stupid ass show.
Child,
Exactly.
you can't convince me otherwise.
There is one period in this entire review.
This is a scorned, like, 9-year-old kid who had just had to sit through this entire show with their little
Yeah.
sibling.
I fucking
get
love
it.
you're Spider-Man and you're Black Spider-Man.
He made the cogent comparison of the fact that this show literally is like a Spider-Man ripoff. That takes like some degree of like critical thinking to make that connection.
He just got that critical thinking like 20 minutes before getting an
Yeah.
IMDb account.
That's why he doesn't have spelling.
He's 9.5 on his mom's IMDb account, ready to stick it to the man.
Back in the day, there was a series of Miraculous comics. So there were 3 of them. Ended very prematurely.
Look at these. The art style's already so much better.
Yeah, so this is Action Lab Comics number 3. This is the last episode, or whatever you want to call it.
They only
issue,
made
as you wanna
3?
call it. They only made 3. This is like their version of the New York special. This came out before the New York special, so this was like the first New York special. Some people may recognize this because it's infamous for a number of reasons. Zag Heroes, this is an official Zag product. They got their logo. Action Lab number 3, done in 2017. Jeremy Zag had his name on this.
All right, I'm going to cut myself off here because as you can see on the screen, this clearly says Thomas Astruc. I don't know why I said Jeremy Zag at the time, but whatever. Maybe it's because I love spreading misinformation. It's one of my favorite pastimes. But I needed to clear this up audibly, not just visually, in case someone's not looking at the screen, because I really want to make sure we don't libel our friend Jeremy Zag. He did nothing wrong. Everything from here on out is the fault of Thomas.
The first 2 were basically just a regular Miraculous episode. They're at the beach. Adrian has a photo shoot. Chloe's evil. She steals Marinette's clothes while she's trying to change. You know, usual stuff.
Of course.
That's kind of messed up, Chloe.
Like, that's actually a crime if you're at like the beach.
Well, okay, so to be fair, this is what Marinette's left with. So like she has clothes. She just got her like jacket and stuff stolen.
Chloe looks so much better in this.
It's just like, who replaced her face with home plate?
It's giving Polly Pocket meets Lego Friends, though.
I can see
Oh,
that,
that's
yeah.
so real.
They transform, big trash monster appears, whoever this guy is. So in episode 3, issue 3, whatever you want to call it, they get teleported into New York.
Hey, there they are.
Most accurate representation
New
of
York
New
is
York.
on fire, as usual.
Oh look, it's Captain Marvel.
This is in America, so it's a bunch of American superheroes.
These
Look
two
at
people are both
like the Owl / Batman.
Owlman.
I don't see the Twin Towers in this skyline either, so.
Yeah, this skyline is notably missing a couple buildings, but you know,
It's
don't worry
missing
about
a
that.
lot of them. Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, so these superheroes have called in Ladybug and Cat Noir because they're not good enough. They need the French A-team to come in here and save New York.
They need the French tweens to come to the rescue.
In the last episode, though, they use their powers to fight the other villains. So like, oh no, we're gonna de-transform. So like, we gotta leave awkwardly. So like, thanks for taking us here, but we gotta go.
French.
Oh yeah, they keep commenting on how French they are. I don't know what they're referring to.
It's because they're retreating.
They're like, oh no, we gotta go de-transform, do their stuff. And so Marinette de-transforms and lands in a trash bin. And she's completely naked in the trash bin. So,
How old is that girl? Excuse me, won't you?
Only her jacket was still in her.
Yeah, so she is entirely naked. She wears a cardboard box. So,
Okay.
in case you forget,
This
On the streets of New York.
lost the plot of the movie.
this is why I introduces this. These are the clothes she had on. They were here before. They intentionally introduced a plot error / inconsistency, whatever you want to call it, to remove all of her clothes and land her in a trash bin in New York. And she uses a cardboard box. No, but it gets better. Don't worry, it gets better because she runs into this gentleman here. She runs across these people.
Are the black folks gonna help her out?
See, she says, "Oh, you're looting." So she sees these guys just backing up and assumes that they're looting.
Oh my gosh, man.
Why do you have the box?
Man, Marinette is
Marinette's being French.
Asian and racist.
And then we gotta turn her over.
They all get intimidating, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die." No, but then they're like, "Oh no, wait, we're actually really nice and cool. Why are you scaring her? Get her some clothes, like be nice."
Why is she carrying a pregnant woman?
Why not?
Because they're real model citizens. They're actually like helping people evacuate and helping get these pregnant people out of the hospital. These guys are some of the best people,
But
genuinely.
they had to be dressed up as thugs.
Yes.
I have to be dressed up as utter hoodlums, and I've got to bring my welding mask.
I would offer if anyone can guess their names, but I can guarantee you will not guess their names.
It's gonna be like
But-
Quantavius.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like
Oh
Some
no!
racist shit.
Oh no!
Racist crap.
It's worse than that, actually.
I'm so scared to even guess anything because I think it's going to be racist, but I don't want to go on record saying something racist.
This guy's name is Public Enemy. That is his name. And this guy's name is Metal D.
Metal face.
Metal face.
So you have Public Enemy, Metal Face D. This is Ghetto
Wait,
Blaster.
they called him Ghetto Blaster?
This is Ghetto Blaster. Yes, his name is
my God.
Ghetto Blaster.
His pants are sagging. Everything.
What? It's like, why did you bother with such a racist depiction?
How did
if you're
this
going
get
to make them
approved?
the heroes?
So yeah, so they're talking about how the local hospital doesn't have enough people to help evacuate. So they're actually like the best people. They're helping evacuate, move supplies, get pregnant women out of there. So these are like the best citizens New York has to offer, honestly. So they give Marinette this getup. These are her new clothes.
Marinette's
Yeah.
about to bust out some raps.
Then, she meets with this kid and they're like, look, she's dressed up as Ladybug, she's a hero, whatever. She's like, oh, I gotta go. They're like, where are you going? I gotta save the world. And they're like, oh, she's so French, such a French thing to do to save the world,
Meanwhile, us, the American hoodlums, also
Yeah. Team
helping
America
evacuate
over
a
here,
hospital.
Yeah.
These guys are infinitely more helpful than anything Ladybug and Cat Noir have ever done.
He's
pulling his cock out!
It's okay, he's not naked. He's got
American
his trunks on. He's okay.
They only made Marinette naked? What the shit?
To be fair, he did have his trunks on, but Marinette did lose all of her clothes somehow, so he didn't, whatever. But he meets this rich guy who's like mayor bourgeois but American, and he's just really mean. The driver gives him some snacks so that Plague can transform again. They got their powers back. They're like, hey, American guys, we're back. Sorry for making you wait. Then this lady shows up. This is the president of the United States right here.
Okay.
And a black
No
female
Security at all.
Okay.
Why would she be in the
President-
chopper, not like in a bunker?
Exactly. Like no Air Force One, no security detail.
This is why, because she's like Captain America, so she's
okay,
the
got it,
Captain
got it.
America of this universe.
Why does she get a haircut when
She's
she
a wig.
transforms?
She's got a wig
Okay.
Yeah,
on.
she's got a wig.
So her identity is public, as they know, and they say that she revealed it so that she would win the election. So
That makes sense.
That is very American.
That is
Yeah.
very. Imagine being like,
Americans.
at the debate, my opponent makes some very good points about the economy, but fuck that, I'm Captain America. And it literally worked. I mean, of course it would work.
Well, because like this guy says it so she could stand a chance. So she was gonna get destroyed. She would not have won if she was not Captain America. This is like
it's because she's black, huh?
Now if Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, or that other guy, if they're hiding this.
Nothing on Camilla Humby or whoever.
Wait, Camilla? It's almost this is President Harris.
Foreshadowing
like,
President Harris.
Yeah, this is foreshadowing. Yeah.
Also, yeah, America's got a lot of super. So Paris has like 2, but America's got New York has 50.
Apparently,
the best part from like the movie, like the special, is that like in Paris you need like a Miraculous to be a superhero, but in the U.S. you just are one. Like they don't have any special jewels.
This lady's got a computer in her arm.
I love this dialogue. It's going to be a catastrophe. Therefore, the solution. What about the little French girl?
It's true. We never think of the French. It's been such a long time since you guys had superheroes.
What is this self-deprecation on one's own country here?
Thomas has some like weird like issue with like the U.S. and French.
I don't know.
U.S.-French relations.
Oh my god, the show is self-aware about the fact that they don't use Cat Noir enough.
Yeah, so basically they're saying, Cat Noir is useless. He's just going to make puns. Basically, not much happens because, spoiler alert, the episode just kind of ends. Like, this is it.
Wait, now we're in space?
Well, yeah, so in space, they go into space to
They
like...
can breathe in space?
They get like Thor, basically.
Guess what?
Yeah,
they go...
get, like, Thor, apparently.
Yeah, they're just gathering every superhero known to man. We're here to fight the trash monster. And then the comic series ends. It never continues.
It just ends. The whole
Yeah,
comic
so
series just ends.
this is the last comic in the series. Yeah, so this is how the story ends. They're just like, we're gonna fight it. Over. It's just that. That's it.
It's
Never
just
continued.
Is that the mystery? That is the mystery machine.
Oh, it is. There you go.
It is a mystery machine.
This is why the comic series ended here, basically, because this got shared around a bunch on social media. People were posting this around, and we're like, Thomas, what did you do? Stop doing this.
In defense, he's not American, but still.
You don't get to be racist.
It's stuff like this where this was just Thomas's like only response on it. Someone complained and he said, "Oh, have you fully read the comics?" Kelly says, "I don't, but I'm not sure how the context will make these panels better." And he says, "Then please read it. We're going all SJW with me. Thanks." So that was his only response to all this.
Thomas Strook to say you're a fucking SJW.
I believe that you're way out of your depth in this matter. So, the next time that you want to come in here and tell me what I'm doing wrong, you are welcome to keep it to yourself. Because I don't care.
It's literally like saying, oh, people think they're all thugs, but some of them are nice.
To play devil's advocate, in his defense, I get what he was going for. Because the point is supposed to be, oh, you think these people are like evil, scary people, but they're actually like really nice and they're helping the hospitals. Like that's the goal, is to be like, don't judge a book by its cover.
In the age of sarcasm, that means shit.
I know, but he took it a little too far.
He also made them all minorities, which doesn't help his position when he
exactly. Where's the sleazy white boy?
If you ever see those threads about everything wrong with Thomas Strook, this is like one of the top ones that gets mentioned is this comic, because I don't know what he was thinking here. But
why such racially charged
I don't know.
I think he has some weird complex, like all the like French references and all this shit. Like, dude,
he's clearly got to like, why do people ignore France?
Look, Jeremy Zag is the owner of Everything Miraculous. Like, he bought all the rights to this from Thomas Strook years ago, but he kept Thomas's on as like the director and creative consultant or whatever. At this point, I'd just be like, dude, you're gone. Like
he basically
you don't help anything. Jeremy Zag's vision of the show, which is the movie, which Thomas didn't help on at all, is better written than the show.
This comic totally screams, "I'm French and have an inferiority
complex." Wait, Drew, I think we have time to watch some of the webisodes, because when are we ever going to get to cover those again?
So this
Miraculous, the Notebook edition.
Let's see what this is. I have no clue.
Tales from Paris.
This looks so good.
This is way better than this show.
Pretty, right? It's so cute.
I take it back. It's My Little Pony.
No. My Little Pony.
This is Flash animation.
It is pretty pathetic.
Ooh.
I hate this. This is terrible.
If anyone hates this, blame Philip. He made us do this.
Hey, I'll take that.
I wouldn't want her tasteless notebook, even if she paid me to take it from her.
The writing is even worse.
Chloe's right. There's nothing special about it.
No, there's not. It's a fucking notebook. Yeah. Why does it matter what Chloe thinks?
Yeah, it's not like it's like her like compositions or anything.
Also, like, why do you care what Chloe thinks? Everyone in your class fucking hates her.
No one likes her.
Nobody likes her.
Like, literally no one.
This notebook is just like you. Pink, stylish, and unique.
Whoa! Way cool, Marinette. Yeah, this rose looks amazing.
Wow, what a fucking awesome notebook. Wow.
It's the talk of the town.
I'm so glad this isn't animated in Flash. I didn't think I'd ever say that.
Yeah, so as you can see, they're just very small, short, relatively inoffensive 2-minute little things.
Do Adrian's double life.
Adrian's double. Oh,
Everything
this
is relatively inoffensive, though.
Which is, oh yeah, so these are the Disney Plus ones. So
oh yeah,
these are on Disney Plus. I don't think they're on Netflix, but this is footage from the show, just with different narration put over, because you can make this for like $10 probably. So it's just some cheap content to throw out there. This will be the last thing on our little variety special, I guess, what's now becoming. So
Miraculous variety.
Hey guys, I'm Adrian.
Oh my god.
My father is Gabriel Agreste, a great world-renowned fashion designer.
And a dick.
Why does he look so depressed in that photo?
I sometimes model for him. I mostly do it to make my father happy. Ever since Mom disappeared, he hasn't been the same.
Mom didn't disappear, though, buddy.
His assistant Natalie is really the one taking care of me. She and the gorilla.
Guys, I think this is supposed to summarize the first 2 seasons for you, so you don't have to watch them.
This kind of is. It's basically, here's what you've missed.
When I'm not Adrian, I'm Cat Noir. Flag, close out!
Are they going to play the whole animation?
He's lazy.
No way.
So much of this show is just made as cheap as possible.
I can destroy whatever I touch, but I can't get it wrong, because I only have 5 minutes after using it before I transform back.
You can show this to someone who's never watched Miraculous and they'll get it.
Basically. That's kind of what this is probably meant for.
That's honestly doing a disservice, though, if you only watch this, because then you don't get to experience the madness.
Like, this makes the show seem a lot better than it is. So.
It does. That's a good way to put it.
But yeah, that's what basically all these are. A character's journal entry, essentially. Just being like, here's my thoughts for the day, or here's just a snippet about
AKA
me.
we forgot to write any actual character development, so we have to add it here.
Miraculous could be combined into like a single 1-hour movie, edited down.
It could. Nothing happens. So. Funnily enough, the movie did that, where they basically have origins. They have a montage that skips through like 500 villains, and then they have the big finale where everything like comes together at the end. So it's like the movie was the show condensed down to like an hour-and-a-half movie. So it is doable.
And we didn't really lose much.
There's the Miraculous Christmas variety special, whatever you want to call this at this point.
Yay.
It's kind of a bunch of things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you everyone for showing up.
Spending your time
having a
with
good
us.
time. Yes.
Awesome.
See you
Bye.
everyone. Bye.